use this opportunity to network with other business owners who are also participating in this webinar, and you may be able to find a prospective buyer or a new supplier for your products. This opportunity to in this session, so everyone can get started. Everyone can get started sharing their details in the chat. In case you are not aware how to share the details, so there is a chat option. So that's where you can write a brief introduction about yourself. What is your organization name? What products or services do you deal in? From where are you located? What is your location? Your contact details, and in case you want other people to connect with you on GlobalLinker, so that's where you can also share your GlobalLinker details. Like you may have seen, I've shared my GlobalLinker Connect URL. So if any one of you want to connect with me on GlobalLinker, please use this link, and you'll be able to connect with me on GlobalLinker as well. So especially for the reference of members who have joined a little late, I'll share the details once again in the chat. So I hope everyone has my details. I can see one of the member has started. So Mitul Shah, wonderful. You have started sharing your details. I would suggest, Mitulji, if you can also share details about from where you are located and what product or services do you offer. So that will also help other members to know more about your business and connect with you. And if possible, you can also share your contact details there. So if anyone wants, they can also connect with you in the session. So yeah, so now I can see a number of members have started. So I can see there are a number of posts. Wonderful. Wonderful, Aditya ji. Wonderful, Suresh Kumar ji. Reena ji, wonderful. Mr. Junaid Qureshi, wonderful. You have also shared your details. Wonderful. So I can see a lot of members have started sharing their details, and they have started sharing information. That is really nice. These are all opportunities that we have, and we should always utilize these opportunities to always network with other business owners. So that is where I can see a lot of members are now actively sharing their details with each other, and this will definitely help each other to understand other business owners. And there can be a scenario that one of the member who's sitting here may have a lead or may be a prospective buyer for you. So I think we have about 4 more minutes to go, and then we'll get started with today's session. I can already see that the account is growing steadily, and more members are joining in. So especially for the reference of the members who have joined in a little late, once again, welcome to this webinar. Good evening. And as I was just sharing with the members that this is also a wonderful networking opportunity. So this is where you can network with prospective buyers or suppliers. All the participants in this session are business owners. So I'm encouraging everyone to share their business details. So what is your organization, from where you are located, what product or services you offer, and if you think, okay, you can also share your contact details so that any of the member who's interested to connect with you, they can connect with you in this session. So you can already see that a number of members are sharing their details. They are also sharing their website URLs. That is really nice. That is a wonderful thing that I'll always encourage that share your website URL. That's where it is easier for other members to know more about your business and connect with you as well. So that is something that will remain with them at any given point of time. They can easily come back and connect with you. So if you already have a website, then please do share its link with other members as well. Now, although I had already shared my contact details twice, but I'm doing it once again for the reference of all the members. So here are my contact details. I've also given a link to my profile on GlobalLinker. So if any one of you wants to connect with me, please use this link and you'll be able to connect with me on GlobalLinker as well. Otherwise, you have my email and phone number as well. In addition to that, one important announcement that I've already done, but I'm doing it once again, that we will be doing a giveaway towards the end of the session. So I'll request everyone to stay back till the end of the session so that you can understand what is that giveaway and you can participate in it and you'll benefit out of it. So it's a giveaway that will benefit your business. All right, so we are just 1 minute away. So we typically start our sessions at 4 or 5 p.m. Just to allow members to settle down and get started. So I can see there are the number or the participant count is steadily increasing. And at the same time, I'm seeing that actively members are sharing their details with each other. This is really nice. And I'm glad that we can create this opportunity where you can network and connect with each other. And equally, I'm also interested to network and connect with you so that I can understand more about your business and I can guide you how you can digitize and grow your business digitally. So this is where I think we can now start our session. We are almost there. We are just 1 minute away. I can still see a few of the members are just sharing their business name, etc. So I'll recommend that if you can just compose one message, add everything into it. So what is your business name? What is your name? If you want to add what product services you offer, your location, contact detail, your website URL, just add everything into one message, and that's where send it over. So it becomes easier for the other person who's seeing that message to understand what your business is, where you are located, what product services you are offering. So they'll be able to, otherwise, because there are a lot of messages coming through. So that's where the entire information gets segregated and separated. So your name is here, your email ID is here, and then your other details are somewhere else. So the other person will not be able to connect or comprehend the information. So please share everything in one single message. That is a suggestion that I wanted to share with everyone. So, all right, it is 4 or 5 p.m. and this is where we are getting started with today's webinar. I hope everyone is excited for today's session. So let's quickly get started. In the next few seconds, you'll start seeing my screen. Let me close the chat as well. And now in the next few seconds, you'll start seeing my screen, and then we'll get started with today's session. So just give me a quick second. I think everything is working fine. Let me just do a quick check. So everything seems to be working fine. Let's quickly get started with today's session. And as you know that in today's session, we'll be understanding how you can create an online presence for your export business. So let's get started. And as I'm getting started with the webinar, I always prefer to share details on a very fundamental or basic level, because I understand many of business owners are not tech savvy, and they're not supposed to be tech savvy. So this is where I share the information in a way that everyone can understand and benefit out of it. So you may find some of the details little basic, but the objective is to help everyone understand and use this information. All right, so let's get started with today's session. Let's start. A quick introduction about myself. You may already be knowing my name, which is Adnan. My designation is Director of SME E-commerce Growth. I'm an e-commerce specialist at GlobalLinker. I have more than 1.5 decades of experience, more than 15 years of experience in the digital and technology field. And at GlobalLinker, I take care of Linker.store, the Eastward platform, and in addition to that, other strategic initiatives in India and Philippines. And in addition to that, I love to interact and educate SMEs. And so far I've conducted more than 300 training sessions and webinar. In fact, I conduct a regular training session at 7:30 p.m. every day, wherein I explain or I educate about setting up and operating the online store. So far I've educated or imparted information or shared knowledge with about 10,000 SMEs in India and Philippines. Let's quickly understand the discussion points, the topics that we will be discussing in today's session. So the first topic is why digital presence is essential for your export business. That's the first topic. After that, we'll discuss the next point, which is how to create a digital presence. How can you go about and what are the components of digital presence? How to choose the right solution for your digitize your export business, and then how you can easily and quickly create an e-commerce store. And lastly, we'll have a question answer round where I will answer all your questions and queries. Now, on a related note, how do you ask your question? So on your screen, you may be seeing a question answer tab. So there is a question answer tab adjacent to the chat window. So that is where you can add your question, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. In addition to that, towards the end of the session, we'll see if time permitted, I'll try to unmute you, and that's where you can we can have a one-on-one discussion as well, if time permitted. I am not guaranteeing that. We'll try our best if we can do that. So let's move on to the next point. I can already see there are two members who have raised their hands, but unfortunately, I will not be able to unmute you at the moment. If you have any question, if you have any query, please add it to the question answer section, and I'll try to answer that when we are reaching the question answer section, that is towards the end of this session. Although we'll try to keep this session as interactive as possible. So let's quickly move on to the first topic, that is why is digitization essential for your export business? So this is the world, this is where you are, and this is where your buyer is. I'm just giving you an example. Just imagine your buyer is sitting in US and you're sitting in India. How do you connect with them? Answer is connect digitally. So that is where, if you are not digitally connected, and I'll also showcase to you the shift which is happening and which will affect you adversely if you are not digitizing your business. I'll also share numbers and details about that trend a little later, but on a very fundamental level, the most efficient and effective way in which you can connect with anyone in different part of the world is using digital technology. Right? Now, let's understand few of the shifts which are happening, and we'll also try to understand what are the underlying takeaways or what is there in these shifts or in these numbers that I'm going to share with you. So firstly, find online. So that is where about 8.5 billion searches are done every day on the internet, and about 9.6 billion worth of online transactions are done every day. India only, there are 41, about 100 million transactions which are done every day. And when it comes to social networking, about 2.7 billion individuals connect with each other or interact with each other using the digital technology platforms every month. So what are the takeaways? These are definitely lovely numbers, very large numbers. But as a business owner, as an export business owner, what should you take out of it, or what is the gist for you? So more and more people are searching for products and services online. They are buying things online. They are paying for them online, and they are meeting or networking online. And these numbers are growing. In fact, just before or just around the start of pandemic, the online payment number which you are seeing is around 100 million these days, was around 41 million. So in last a year or a year and a half, it has grown from 41 million to 100 million, and it will keep growing. So that's a shift which is happening. And the fundamental takeaway for you is that people are embracing technology when for finding products, for buying them, for paying them, and also networking with other individuals. Right now, here are few interesting numbers which have a very significant impact if you are in an export business. So first number which you are seeing on your screen is a 49%. What does this 49% mean? So 49%, about 49% of B2B purchases are now conducted via digital channels. So they are not conducted through exhibitions. They are not conducted by buyer coming to your place, to your factory, to your showroom and looking at the product. They are done digitally. It's almost half of it. So if you're not digitized, you'll end up losing almost half of your business. The second shift, which is even riskier, and that is 75% of all the B2B buyer will be digital centric millennials by 2025. So millennials will take over most of the business roles, and a significant majority, almost 75% of them will be B2B, will be millennials. And what does it mean for you? So millennials are the technology driven newer generation. And if you are not digital, if you are not digitally available, you kind of don't exist for them. So if you are not digital in next 3 years, you'll end up losing significant portion of your business. The third number is 44%, and let's understand how will it impact your business. So this is where 44% of these millennials, B2B buyers, want a seller-free sales experience. What does that mean? So seller-free sales experience means they're not sending you an inquiry. They want to review the product. They want to review the entire details on their own. So they don't want to just see your profile on a platform and then connect with you. Hey, I'm based out of US. I want to buy your product. I saw your product. I saw your profile on this platform. Can you share with me your brochure? They don't want to do that. They want to see the details on the screen themselves, and the details, if they are good, they'll send you an inquiry or they'll process an order from there. So that's where they want a autonomous or a independent sales experience to happen. And that is again almost 50% of it. So you can imagine in the next 3 years, if you are not digitizing yourself, there are significant challenges that are coming your way. All right, so that was the takeaway, which I've already explained. Let's move on to the next topic, that is how to create the digital presence. All right, so this is where firstly, let's understand what is a digital presence. What do we mean by digital presence? We keep on hearing this term a lot. Let's create a digital presence. Let's digitize your business. Let's do this digital, do that digital. What does digital presence mean? So it is very simple. Digital presence simply refers to your business appearing online. So if someone searches for your business online, for example, your business name is ABC Industries. So if someone searches for ABC Industries, what all information will they be seeing about your business? That's your digital presence. Now, digital presence is a very wide topic, and it includes all your digital properties or all your digital assets. And what are these? So let's understand what all is included in the digital presence. So your website, your social media sites, your office or store locations. Now that can be on Google Map, then your business listing, then your online reviews, and then your digital ads, your search or Google ads or social media ads. All that is included in your digital presence. So your digital presence, you have created a website and that's end of it, and you have digitized yourself. That does not happen. It includes doing everything. So creating all these assets and creating these touch points for your customers, for your international buyers. And that is where you are creating your digital presence. Let's understand this more appropriately with an example. So this is where I'll be sharing with you the example of one of our members. And first, this is their website, which you are seeing on your store. Then this is their GlobalLinker profile. This is their Facebook profile. This is their Instagram profile. And this is their LinkedIn profile. So entire digital presence, but it does not end there. This is their Google Map listing, and this is their Google business listing. This is this business's digital presence, you can say. So all the properties which are included here, your website, which is fundamentally most essential. Why so? Firstly, it is your digital anchor. So anything and everything that you're doing on all these platforms, let it be your GlobalLinker profile or your Facebook profile or your Instagram profile or your LinkedIn, you can link it back. You can anchor it back to your website. So you can tell people on LinkedIn that, hey, we are a manufacturer of wonderful ethnic wear, and you can source from us, and you can check out our collection and our customer testimonials on our website. And that's where you can give them that link, and they can come back and they can review your website, and they can then connect with you. So that's where it acts like an anchor for your business. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned earlier, so a lot of modern millennial B2B buyer or international buyers prefer a seller-free experience. So that's where, again, your website becomes fundamentally important. And then obviously from searchability and search engine optimization perspective, that is also crucial for your business. But in addition to these, all these are also required. All right, so this was an example about digital presence, and I hope you are able to comprehend and understand that it is not just creating one property. It is the entire spectrum of assets that you create digitally, and these are all touch points that you're creating. So customer can come across any of the touch point that you have created. They may come across your map listing, or if they are located nearby and they're doing a designer store nearby, and that's where they can find this business. Or they can come across your Google business listing, or they may come across your profile on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or GlobalLinker. So that's where all these properties or all these touch points are extremely important. If you're optimizing all these touch points, that's you're creating a digital presence in true sense. And then all these properties will converge to one point, that is your website. And that's where you'll convert all that traffic into inquiries and orders. All right, so this is where let's quickly move on to the next slide or the next section. How do you choose the right solution for to digitize your export business? So this is where I'll share a very wonderful saying by a very renowned author and inspirational speaker. You can read, he's known for one of his book called Start With Why and The Infinite Game, Simon Sinek. And what he says is business is an infinite game where players can come and go, rules can change, and therefore there is no definite end point. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because one major flaw in the digitization strategy or in the digitization thought that people have is that they are looking, or they have a short-term view, whereas what you are trying to do is to create avenues that will last throughout the lifetime of your business. So that's where what you're trying to do is to get into an infinite game, or very simply put, without confusing everyone, that is your time frame which you are considering, especially when you are thinking of digitizing your business. Don't look at a year or a 2 year as a window. At least consider, yeah. So at least consider 3 to 5 years as a window. And whenever you're planning, whenever you're choosing a solution, or whenever you're doing your planning, always have that kind of window or that kind of time frame in mind. So when I say that kind of time frame in mind, so whenever you are acquiring a resource or whenever you're acquiring an asset, your time frame should be that I want to use this solution, or I want to use this asset over a period of this much time. And that's where your entire costing, your entire budgeting, resource requirement, etc., will come into place, not just thinking or having a 1 year window. Another drawback of having that short time frame window is that because sometimes digital assets or your digital undertaking take time to get your results. So sometime you are ahead of your time, and the demand is not there, or sometime you are not doing it right initially. You'll have to rethink and rework, and that's where you may exceed that time limit, and that's where you end up, or a lot of businesses end up getting this feeling that this digital thing is not working from me. But that's where be patient, have a longer term window, and keep trying different things, and keep understanding why something is not working with you. What is that you are doing it wrong? Unless you are in a space where there is no demand or people don't buy that way, other than that, you should get business. And it is all about understanding what is happening wrong and how you can fix it. And once you have fixed, you should be able to grow your business digitally. Let's move on to another very interesting framework that I would want to give it to you. Most of us have viewed this framework while we were in college, but just using it once again to help you understand, while you're choosing a solution, how can you go about it. So this is where on the bottom axis you can see ease of use. So how easily and conveniently you can use a solution. Now there are solutions that will require dedicated tech resources for you to hire. That's not an ideal solution. Firstly, you'll have to incur cost onto it. You have external dependency, and then obviously there are other challenges associated with it. And on the vertical scale, you can see there is affordability. So how economical or affordable that solution is. So the first block that we are seeing towards the left of the screen. So this is where the solution is very easy to use, but it is not affordable, it is expensive. Then adjoining that, it is a solution which is difficult to use and it is expensive as well. So definitely you'll stay away from it, and that's where it is little highlighted in red color. Then on the top, you have an affordable solution, but it is difficult to use. Again, you are countering the same problem that you can't use it because it is difficult, complicated to use, and you need a different kind of technical know-how to use it. Then you have this kind of a solution which you're seeing here, which is affordable as well as easy to use. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. Now, when you're applying this framework, this is the BCG framework, by the way. So when you're applying this framework, keep that 5 year window, not the 1 year window or 2 year window. Keep that 5 year window into perspective. And that's where you will be able to understand over a 5 year period of time, which solution is falling in this bracket, which is affordable as well as easy to use. And tomorrow, if required, you have to use it yourself. You will be able to use that, or anyone from your team will be able to use that solution with minimal training and hand holding. So you don't need someone to do a coding course to use that. So that kind of an analogy. So this is something that you can keep in mind while you are evaluating different solutions and deciding. Firstly, keep a 3 to 5 or even a longer time window. Second is understand it from affordability and ease of use. All right, so this is where we'll move on to the next topic, that is how to easily and quickly create an online store. Now, this is where, before getting into the actual e-store creation process demonstration, what I'll do is I'll also give a little background to a very nice platform that is coming forth, and I'll request and suggest everyone to join that platform. And this is where, to understand the magic that this platform is going to do, let's understand. So this is, imagine this is you're running a manufacturing setup, and the challenge or the question that is always there with you is how can I find genuine international buyers? At the same time, the buyer who's sitting in their office in other part of the world is also facing the same question: how can I find genuine exporters from India? Both of them thinking of the same question. Now, how can we connect both of them? And this is where, what if we brought both of them, all the exporters from India and international buyers, onto one single platform? And that platform is Indian Business Portal, which is an international trade hub for Indian exporters and international buyers. It will be inaugurated very soon by the government, and it will be extensively promoted. So I'll request everyone to please join this session. Now I will give or show you a quick introduction video so that you can understand more about this platform, which is called Indian Business Portal. So let's quickly do that. Exporter, and my biggest daily struggle had been to get orders. Sorry. Hi, I'm an Indian exporter, and my biggest daily struggle had been to get orders from international customers, but not anymore. I've joined Indian Business Portal, a platform created by the Federation of Indian Export Organizations to promote Indian export. Indian Business Portal displays products from verified exporters of India at one place. It is one-stop shop for any international buyer interested in buying products from Indian exporters. Joining Indian Business Portal has helped my business in many ways, such as displaying my products to a global audience, gaining international leads and orders, getting a feature-rich e-commerce store at no cost, simplifying the ordering process for existing customers. Joining Indian Business Portal is a simple 3-step process. Step 1. Visit indianbusinessportal.in and click on List Products. Step 2. Set up an e-store by following an easy 5-step process. Step 3. Upload catalog, activate payment, and set up logistic. FIO GlobalLinker's team will be more than happy to assist you. So please do feel free to connect with them on the below given details. So this was a small introduction video about Indian Business Portal. If you want to visit Indian Business Portal, then the URL is indianbusinessportal.in. In fact, you'll be understanding the e-store creation process using Indian Business Portal only. So let's move on to the next slide and let's understand the e-store creation process. And this is where I'll again be using one of the tutorial videos that we have, so that you can quickly, so that you can quickly and easily understand the e-store creation process. So let's get started with the process. And in between, what I'll do is I'll keep pausing the video, and I'll keep on explaining or adding my points onto it so that you can understand the details in a much better way. Although this is a very detailed and self-explanatory, so let's get quickly started. On how you can create an e-commerce store for your export business. So let's get started. As a first step, you have to open Indian Business Portal. To do that in the browser, you have to type indianbusinessportal.in. On the Indian Business Portal, on the right side of the screen, you'll see list products. So you have to click on list products, which will open this page. On this page, as the first step, you have to type your contact number. Once you are done, you have to click on get verification OTP. An overlay will open up. On this overlay, you have to type the OTP which you have received on your contact number. And after that, you have to click on this button, which is a verify code. A new page will load up. On this page, you'll see there's an overlay with terms of service. So you have to review the terms of service. To do that, you'll have to scroll down all the way to the bottom. Once you are done with your review, you'll have to click on I agree. This will start the 4-stage Eastward creation journey, and we are on stage 1. At this stage, we have to just select the design theme. Here, a lot of members get this impression that a particular theme is only for one kind of product. So, for example, this particular theme where my cursor is only for furniture, or this theme is only for cosmetics and beauty product, whereas this is not the case. Any theme can be used for any kind of product. So you can choose any theme and you can upload any products. And second misconception that a lot of members have is that once you have chosen the theme, you'll not be able to switch to another theme, whereas that is not the case. You'll be easily able to switch to another theme. It is just click of a button. So even if you are choosing one particular theme and tomorrow you don't like it, you'll easily be able to change or switch to a new theme. So you can just select any theme that you are liking at the moment. We are in stage 2 of the e-store creation journey, and here we have to provide store information and contact information. The first input field that you'll see on the top of the screen is store name. In case of most businesses, it is the business name, but for some businesses, they are more popularly known by the brand, so it can also be the brand name. The next input field is the store URL, and this is where you have to enter the URL by which you would want other people or a prospective buyer to access your online store. So for example, to open Indian Business Portal, you have to type indianbusinessportal.in. Similarly, to open your online store, what should they type? And here you may have noticed that it will have a linker.store subdomain, and that is for the convenience of our members. However, if you would like to take your online store live on your own domain, you can absolutely do that. After that, you'll have to select the base currency of your online store. So it can be INR, USD, or Euro. So depending on your business requirement, you can choose a suitable currency. After that, you have to add a brief description about your business. And this is where you should not add too much information. Just a paragraph about your business should be added here so that anyone who is visiting your online store can see this information and get a good sense about your business. After that, you have to upload your store logo, which is your business logo, and you also have to upload a fav icon. The recommended dimensions for fav icon are 60 pixel by 60 pixel. If required, you can also upload a social media logo, which is a separate logo for the links which are shared on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. After that, we'll move to the second part of this page, and this is where you have to firstly enter your full name. After that, you'll see the store number is pre-populated here based on the number that you had entered earlier while initiating the e-store creation process. Now you can definitely change this number because you might not want to share this number with the people who will be visiting your online store. So if you have a sales number or if you have a customer care number that you would want to add here, you can definitely do that. Underneath that is a store admin number. So this where you can add your number, and this where you'll receive notification or updates from the different service providers. Underneath that is store email ID, and this is where you have to enter the email ID which will be displayed on this online store. So again, this ideally is an email ID where you want your prospective customers or general people to send you inquiries, quotation requests, etc. Underneath that, you have to enter your address in case your address is long, so it can be entered in the second line as well. After that, you have to add the city name, and this is where it is important you understand the process. So here you have to start typing the city name, and you'll see a number of options will appear in the drop down. So you have to select an appropriate option from the drop down. So start typing the city name, and you'll see an appropriate option in the drop down. Just select the appropriate option from the drop down. So that's how you'll be able to add the city name. After that, you have to add the postal code or PIN code of your address. And after that, you have to select the product type, which is checkout or inquiry. Now here, if you are selecting checkout, that means the product can be, or a prospective customer will be able to place an order on your online store. However, if you are selecting inquiry, in that case, all the products will be with inquiry, and a prospective customer will only be able to send you an inquiry. They will not be able to place an order. However, if you want to have a mix wherein you have certain products on which you want to receive inquiry, and there are other products which you would want to sell online or receive orders from the prospective customer, so that's where it is suggested that you select the checkout option. As a last step, you have to just tick on I agree to terms of use, and then after that you have to click on next to move to the next stage in the Eastward creation journey. So you have reached the stage 3 in the Eastward creation journey. Here, to start with, you have to specify whether you are a FIO member or not. After that, you have to enter your IEC code, and then you have to click on verify IEC. Your IEC will be verified. In case you don't have an IEC code, so in that case, you have to select I don't have a IEC code. After that, you have to select your legal entity type. That is from the drop down, you have to select whether your business is proprietorship, partnership, private limited, public limited, etc. After you are done with this, you have to select the year of establishment in which your business was established. After that, you have to select your business operations, that is whether you are a manufacturer, whether you are a merchant or a service provider. However, it is not necessary to just select one type. You can select all of them or multiple as per your business requirement. So it is not necessary that you have to just select one. You can select two, or you can select all of them as well. After that, you have to specify whether you are MSME or not. After that, you have to specify your export turnover for previous 3 years combined. So you have to just select an appropriate value from the drop down. After that, you have to select the countries where you have already exported to. So you can either choose a country from the drop down, or you can also type the country name, and then you can select it appropriately. After that, you'll have to select the country where you would like to export to. And this is where, again, you have to select a country from the drop down. You can either select by scrolling down, or you can type the country name, and you'll be able to select it easily. After that, you have to select how many employees are there in your organization. So this is where you can select from the drop down. After that, you have to add license and certificate. To add a license or certificate, you have to just click on add button. After that, you have to specify what are the advantages of dealing with your organization. So you can just simply type a brief text here. After that, you have to specify the innovations that you have done with the business or the process that makes you unique. You can just enter a simple text here in the input box.
After that, you have to specify what type of proposal you would like to get into. And this is where, again, it is a multi-select field. So you can choose one or more options as per your business requirement. And finally, you'll have to write a small brief about your business in terms of what type of proposal or business engagements you are looking for. Once you are done with adding all this information, you have to click on next to move to the.
I thought of unmuting here and sharing with you. Now, this is a very important section while you're creating your online store for two reasons. One is this will be displayed on the front end on your website. So any customer who's visiting your online store will firstly go to this about us section, and that's where to understand about your business, what you have done, etc., etc. So that's where this is used. Similarly, this information will also be used for display on Indian Business Portal. So it can affect the way people are looking at your information, or the way they are conceiving or making an opinion about your business. So please add this information appropriately, and add as much information as possible. All right, so let's quickly move on to the next step, and let's understand what other pieces of information you have to add.
Next step. So you have reached the fourth and final stage in the Eastward creation journey, and this is where we'll be uploading one product. Now the question comes, if you have more than one product, how will you upload them? So you'll be uploading them once you are done with this Eastward creation process. As part of this Eastward creation process, you'll just be uploading one product. So let's get started and let's complete this product upload process. So the first piece of information that you have to provide is whether your product is a GI product or not. So this is where you have to basically tick in case your product is a GI product. Now, if you tick on this, then you'll start seeing two more options or three more options appear. So first is you'll have to select the GI product category. After that, you have to select a GI product subcategory, and then you'll also have to upload your GI certificate. So these are the additional steps that you have to do in case you are selecting or you are specifying that your products are GI products. In case your products are not GI products, in that case, you can just leave this unchecked. After that, you'll have to select the product category. Now, it is strongly recommended that you select the category from the drop down itself. So once you have selected a category, automatically the subcategories will get populated. So firstly, select the category, and after that, you select the subcategory. It is quite unlikely that your category will not be part of the drop down list. In case it is not there in the drop down list, then you can select these options. That is, I can't find my category and subcategory, and you can add that there, and then you can proceed ahead with uploading the products. After that, you have to add the product name. After that, you have to add the ITC HSN code of your product. After that, you have to specify what is your product type. And this is where, again, you'll see two options. One is checkout, and the second option is inquiry. So you can choose a appropriate option. But the question comes, can you choose both of them? Yes, you'll be able to choose both of them. In case you're choosing inquiry, so in that case, you'll start seeing this field as well, minimum inquiry quantity. So this is where you can specify to the prospective buyer that this is the minimum quantity that you can inquire for. You also get an option to just select inquiry. So if you are not selecting checkout, you are just selecting inquiry. So in that case, you also get an option to specify whether you would want to show the price or not. So in your case, if you don't want to show the price, you want to.
So this is where whenever I interact with exporters, one of the common concern that they have is the products that we deal in, the prices vary depending on how much quantity someone wants, or from where they are inquiring, where do we have to send the products. So depending on that, our prices vary. So it will be very difficult for us to quote a price. So in that case, we have given this option that you can even hide a price. You can show price on request, but in addition to that, you can show each and every information, what this product is, what are the features, benefits, etc., etc. So what all information from a international buyer's perspective is important to make that buying decision, to decide that they have to buy it from you. You can share all that information other than price, which you can definitely send to them when they are sending you an inquiry. So that solves for that problem, that you can't show the price, or you can't actually accept an order. But you'd want to receive inquiry from all those prospects. So it solves for that challenge or issue.
Have a price on request option. So in that case, you can select this option. After that, you have to add a brief description about the product. And as the name suggests, you have to just summarize the product. So you have all the text formatting options available here. You can add a text description of the product with bullet points about the features, specification, etc., so that the customer can understand more about the product. In addition to the text description, you can also add a table. You can add a image or an external link. You also have a provision to add a video if required. You can also add or edit the HTML code. So all the options are available here, and here you can add the short description about the product. After that, you can specify the stock, that is how much inventory do you have for this product, and you can also specify threshold, which means the reorder level. So after that, you can specify stock, that is how much inventory do you have, and you can also specify threshold. Threshold basically means a reorder level. So whatever inventory level you are specifying here, as soon as that inventory level is hit, system will automatically notify you that this particular product has hit threshold, and then you can act appropriately. After that, you can specify what is the minimum order quantity, that is what is the minimum order that you would want to receive. After that, you can also specify whether you would like to receive small orders or not. After that, you have to specify the fulfillment capacity for this particular product. After that, you can add a brand. To add a new brand, you have to click on this button, add brand, and then an overlay will open up. From that overlay, you'll be able to add the brand. After that, you can add a image or brochure or file related to the product. This is a very useful feature. Using this feature, you'll be able to share the size chart, brochure, or technical specification document about the product with the prospective customer. After that, you have an option to add a product description. So in case you have a lot of information to be shared with the customer about the product, so that information can be added here in this description. So you can just summarize about the product in the summary section, and a longer piece of description or information that you have can be added here. After that, you can enter the dimensions and weight of the product. So basically the packet dimensions of the product can be added here. After that, you can add the variants of the product. So in case your product has variants of size, quantity, etc., so those can be added from here. In the attribute name section, you have to specify the basis of variations. For example, if you are uploading a t-shirt that is available in small, medium, large, extra large sizes, so you have to specify size here as a basis of variation, and then you have to specify the corresponding values here. So you have to just add a comma, and system will accept that value. So for example, if we have to add size here and we are adding small, so as I have typed small, the moment I'll press comma, system has accepted it, and these rows will start appearing here. Let's also add 2 rows have started appearing here. Now, what are the values, or how you'll be able to add this information further? So this is where you are seeing the variant value. So this is small and medium. Adjacent to that, you have option to add separate images. So in case you have separate images for each of the variants, so that can be added from here. Then you can add the selling price for each of the variants. So if you have different selling price for each of the variant, that can be added from here. Then you can also add stock for each of the variant. depending on how much inventory you have for a particular variant. So that can be added from here. And lastly, you can add the SEO related information. So this is where you can add the meta title, meta keyword, and meta description about the product. After adding all this information, you can also add the images of the product. And to do that, you have to just click on the image placeholders, and which will show you an option. So you have to click on the image placeholder, and then this blue icon will appear. So you have to click on that, which will open the image manager. So once the image manager is open, here you have an option. You can choose either to use one of the existing folder, or you can create your own folder, or you can simply click on upload and select the image from your device, and you'll be able to upload it here. So you'll be able to upload up to 6 images for one particular product. So in case you want to understand what are the recommended specifications for images, those are mentioned here for your reference. After adding all this information, all you have to do is to click on this button, save, to complete the eStore creation journey. So you are just one step away from complete.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute. So this is more about customizing the color scheme and uploading banners. So giving the cosmetic treatment to the store. So I'll just quickly skip that. And I was also chatting with the members that what we'll do is many of the members were complaining that the screen was not visible properly. So what we'll do is we'll also share the links of these separate links for the tutorial videos, which are also available on our YouTube channel, so that you can review them. And we'll also add this presentation to the description of the webinar recording that we'll have on our YouTube channel, and we'll be emailing the link to each and every member. So this is how you'll be able to create an online store for yourself. Now let's quickly move
How
on.
you can create an e-commerce store for your export.
Sure. Let's quickly move on to the next section, and which is the most important and interesting one. That is the question answer round. And this is where you can ask your question. I can so far only see one question on your screen. You're again seeing my contact details here. So you can note these down. You can take a screenshot if you want. The QR code that you're seeing, if you scan this QR code, my contact details will get automatically added onto your phone. So all the contact details, so you don't have to type them manually. You'll be able to save them instantly using this QR code. So you can also use that. I'll keep this screen on, and now I'll start answering your questions. So you can start asking your questions. The first question I can see is from Divya, and she's asking, what about fluctuating prices? Now, price fluctuation can happen in two ways. One is where there is some price which is changing. So, for example, there are product categories where there's a daily revision in terms of prices. So, if that is the scenario, it can very easily be handled. So, we have a bulk update feature, and I'll explain this with an example. So, for example, we have many of our members who are retailing fruits and vegetable, and their prices vary every day. So how do they update the prices on an ongoing basis? So we have a bulk price update feature. You just download an Excel file, make changes into the price, upload it back, and within a minute, all the prices are updated. So you can use that feature. The second is the second type of price fluctuation happens with respect to the currency exchange rate. That is where on Indian Business Portal, you see it already has a currency exchange. So depending on whatever is the current currency exchange, based on that, it will convert that. And very soon on all e-stores as well, we'll be rolling out the currency converter feature, where you'll be able to add your products in a particular currency. For example, you're adding your products in US dollars, but someone who's looking at your products from Europe, they are seeing the prices in euro, and that is also factored into. So that feature is already available on Indian Business Portal, and very soon it will be available on all the online stores. So I hope I've answered the question. The next question is from Ms. Reena, and this is, how will you promote it to the various countries? Now, when it comes to Indian Business Portal, it is promoted by the Federation of All India Export Organization, and it will be promoted through various trade commissions and consulates that we have. Uh, uh, Already more than 3,500 international buyers have registered onto Indian Business Portal, and we are all waiting to make it live so that they can start sending you inquiries and contacts. So it will be promoted to very extensively by the government, and there are dedicated agencies that are getting appointed to market it digitally as well. So it is not just through the government infrastructure. It is going to be promoted. There will be dedicated digital marketing agencies that will be marketing the platform in international countries and getting traffic onto the platform. In addition to that, obviously the traffic which will which will get generated through all the trade commissions and treaties is already there, and so far there has been very nice interest from international buyers. So you'll get a lot of traction uh, uh, by listing your products and showcasing your products on Indian Business Portal. The next question is from Ms. Anuradha, and that is, if an organization does not have an IC, no, so you can create an online store. Definitely, you can do that. If you don't have an IC, you can create, but you'll not be able to export. So now I'm answering Ms. Aditi's question, and her question is that her website is already there on GlobalLinker. So do you have to make a new website? No, you don't have to make a new website. The same website or the products which are there on your website can be showcased on Indian Business Portal. And I'll request if you can connect with me. I've already shared my contact number. You're already seeing my contact number. So I'll request if you can drop me a message. You can drop me a WhatsApp message, and I'll connect with you, and I'll check and ensure how we can start showcasing your products on Indian Business Portal. The next question is from Mr. Abhishek, and this is about shipping and payment mechanisms. So this is where I would want to clarify with respect to Indian Business Portal and Federation of All India Export Organization. They had been very proactive in this space, and already there are two operators which are mandated by FIO. One is Aramax, which is mandated for international shipments, and they are offering discounted rates to Indian exporters who will be signing up. And second is a payment provider, PayPal. So they are also mandated and pre-integrated onto the platform, so you can utilize them to receive payments from your international customers and deliver products to them. And very soon we are also in talks with a few more operators, and they'll also be getting added to the platform. Dr. Dev, I'll request if you can drop me a message with your contact details on the WhatsApp. You have my number. It is visible on the screen as well. Just drop me a WhatsApp message, a short WhatsApp message with your contact details, and I'll get the issue resolved with respect to the payment. The next question is from Ms. Richa, and the question is, do we have to be a FIO member to start having this e-store? No, you don't have to be a FIO member. However, all the FIO members are highlighted differently on Indian Business Portal. So if you are a FIO member, that's where FIO is giving that seal of trust that this is a few member, and an international buyer will be able to see your certificate as well. So that's where that seal of trust is definitely an added advantage for a few members. But to answer your question more appropriately, no, you don't have to be a few member. You can just sign up. If you're an exporter, you can sign up and you can create an online store. The next question is from Mr. Rajiv, and that's a very interesting question, and I love to answer these type of questions. That the website is for consumer items, and I'm a manufacturer of technical products, and this is not only Mr. Rajiv. A lot of exporters or a lot of members that I interact with have this kind of a question that we are we are in the industrial or technical product category. So how can we create a website? No, definitely you can create a website. We have members who are selling welding machines online. So they are selling technical products, beveling machines online. So you name a product that is being sold online. The objective here is not to create that typical e-commerce website, but to create an online presence for your business so that a international buyer can see your products, and then they can see the details about your product as well, and they can reach out to you, they can connect with you. They may or may not, because it is a technical product, no one will buy it online, right? So they will send you an inquiry, but at least they should be able to see your product, and that's where you'll need this website. And the platform serves both type of products. So you may have guessed it, because the example that I gave to you was more from a consumer product space, but the platform can be used for any kind of product. So whether it is services or whether it is technical or industrial products. How can you become a FEO member? So you can, Aditi, you can reach out to me or by email, and I'll get you connected with the concerned person from the FEO's team. So next question is also very interesting, and this is from Mr. Shubham, and he's asking, we are selling GI tag products, but we don't have a GI tag certificate. So to showcase or to highlight your products as GI tagged is mandatory. So that is a system requirement. But what I would recommend you to do is to please drop me an email or drop me a message, and I'll try to connect with you with the concerned person from FEO as well, so that we can see if we can do an exception for you and get your products listed on Indian Business Portal. So Mr. Shubham, please do connect with me. The next question is also a very interesting one, and that is about services. Can the platform be used to showcase services? Yes, definitely it can be used to showcase services. The only thing that you'll have to do, or only additional effort that you'll have to do, and which I'm already guessing that you'll be doing, that you're telling people that, okay, we are a software development company, or we provide these kind of legal services, etc., etc. So you're already telling them that these are the services. The additional step that you might have to do is to put them into a structure or productize them, and then you can definitely add. So these are the different point of sale software, or these are the different kind of softwares that you deal in, and then add little details about that, so that any international perspective where when they are coming across, they can review your details and they can connect with you. So again, to answer your question, yes, the platform can be used, or platform already has service providers who are showcasing their services, and will be getting inquiries out of it. So the next question is, how does a prospective customer searches for products on these platforms? So for that, what I'll do is I'll just quickly switch from this screen share, and I'll start sharing my browser. So that's where I can show to you how I can show Indian Business Portal to you and explain the functioning a little quickly, because we have already overshot our time limit, but I'm more than happy to answer your questions and interact with you. And as I mentioned earlier, so that's where we will be. I'll also be sharing insights about a giveaway that we'll be doing. So what you're seeing on your screen is Indian Business Portal. Now here on the top, you can see there's a search capability, which is here. Now you can search, or an international buyer can come and they can search by product. So they're looking for buying something, they can write the name here and they'll be able to search for that product. Or they can search by a supplier name. So if they are already known to someone and they are looking to search their profile, they can do that. Another popular search use case is using ITC HSN code. A lot of international buyers know the ITC HSN code of the product they want to buy, and based on that, they will also be able to search for the product. Down below, you can see there are different banners. This is a banner using which you'll be able to register on Indian Business Portal. This is the banner which you can use to, which is used by buyers to register themselves. As I was mentioning earlier, this platform also has a very strong focus on GI products. So I'll just quickly show you that. So there's the GI products. So these are like products which are famous for a particular area, for like oranges from Nagpur, or sarees from Banaras, those kind of products. So these you can go by trade, you can go by locations. For example, we want to see the GI products which are there from Varanasi. So this where we have the popular Banarsi sari. We also have lacquer toys, which are also very popular from Banaras. So if we are just quickly going and looking at the different suppliers. So here you can see there are different suppliers of the products, and this is where you can see one of the supplier is Rameshwar Singh Wooden Toys. So if we go to their profile, we can see all the products that they are selling. You can see their details. So you can see from when they started their business, what is the legal entity type, which countries they have already exported to, what is the export turnover, and which are the countries where they would want to export to. And international buyer can also request a meeting with them. So they can click here, and if they are registered, they can simply log in. Otherwise, they can register, and then they will be able to schedule a meeting with them. In addition to that, if they want to contact a seller, they can do that. That would also require registration. And then if they want, they can also visit their website. So this is the website of Rameshwar Singh Toys. So like this, they'll be able to see, review the product, and connect with Indian exporters. Now, in addition to this, there can be a scenario that they came to the portal, but they were not able to come across the desired product or the suppliers. In that case, they can also submit their requirement that these are the product category, or this is the product category in which we want to buy the product, but I'm not able to find. So this lead will go to FIO, and that's where FIO will again come back to Indian Business Portal, search for the desired suppliers, and forward that lead to them. So that's another way in which these leads will be coming to the exporters, which are listed on Indian Business Portal. All right, so this is where I thought we should be able to answer that question with respect to how the product discovery is going to happen. Next question is, will be able to see and sell in bulk or retail? Definitely, you'll be able to sell in bulk as well as in retail. That is all up to you. In fact, in the Eastward creation demonstration, there is a field that you can choose whether you would want to also accept orders in smaller quantities, and you can specify that on a product level as well. So if there are certain products where you are okay, I can take order for 1 or 2 product as well. So you can also do that. Uh, so if there are any other questions, you can please start sharing. Now, let's quickly, let me just stop sharing. And let me just quickly share the details about that giveaway that I promised earlier. So here is the giveaway. I'm just chatting the details to everyone. So here, what you have to do is I'm sharing with you the links of uh, our social media channels and the post. You have to comment on these posts, and then 10 lucky winners will have an exclusive 1 hour consultation session with me, wherein I will guide you how you can digitize and create a digital presence for your business, and then use and grow it digitally. So this is where in the chat section you can see the details. Yeah, I've already shared it with you. So please go ahead, go to our social media channels, and that's where you can comment on these posts, and then we'll choose the lucky winners. 10 lucky winners will get exclusive consultation sessions from our side, wherein we'll help and guide you in properly digitizing your business. I'll share that once again for everyone's reference. It has links to this social media posts on Facebook, Instagram, and the live session that we are currently doing on our YouTube channel. So you can go on all of them, or you can go at least on one of them. Go there and comment, and we'll choose 10 winners from the individuals who are commenting on these channels. All right, so that was about the giveaway that we had shared earlier. If there are any questions, please do let us know. I cannot see any other question in the chat as well. I can see one question by Mr. Sunil, and that I think I've answered it already, but I'll answer it once again. And the question is, if we are not, if you remember, will we be able to show the product? As of now, because the platform is getting launched, so as of now, FIO is allowing non-FIO members also to. So if you are an exporter and if you have a valid IEC code, then you can join Indian Business Portal. As of now, they are allowing it, but once the platform is launched, I am not sure whether they would allow or not. So this is where I'll recommend or I'll request everyone to please initiate the process at the earliest, and because the platform will be getting launched by the end of this month. So before the platform goes live, please do join the platform. Next question is by Ms. Aditi, and she's asking for the link of the daily sessions that we conduct. So I'll just quickly share that link. Just give me a moment. So I've shared the link of the daily training session. It is conducted at 7:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, and the link always remains the same. So you can use the link to join any of the session. On each day, we discuss one particular topic at length. So the topics are divided in basically in a way that if you have attended 5 sessions, those 5 sessions can be within the same week, or it can be in different weeks as well, depending on your availability and requirement. But if you have attended 5 sessions, that's where you will have very good working knowledge that will help you set up and operate and use your online store to grow your business digitally. All right, so this is where we'll be concluding today's session. Once again, before I conclude today's session, I'll again be sharing details of the giveaway that we are doing. So this is where you have the links of our social media pages. So these are the posts that I'm sharing with you. 3 posts. One is on Facebook, second is on Instagram, and the third one is on YouTube. That's the live session. So you can go there and you can drop your comment. we'll choose 10 lucky winners from the individuals or people who are commenting on these platforms, and you will get a exclusive consultations session for digitizing and creating digital presence for your business. All right, so this is where we are concluding today's session. It was wonderful having you all here. And thank you everyone for taking out time and participating in this session. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Bye-bye.